And welcome back. You know, I was reading an article this morning out of Germany, and it said that the German government is now monitoring critics of Islam in that country. Germany's intelligence services call them Islamophobes. Now, what that means, I'm not really sure. Does it mean someone who criticized Al-Qaeda, Hamas, Hezbollah, someone who criticized the spread of Sharia law in Europe, the growth of Islamic enclaves in Germany? Does that make someone an Islamophobe? And then I got to thinking that I, in the eyes of the German government, must be considered an Islamophobe because I speak out freely on these issues, because here in America, we are still allowed to do that. Yet I've reported on this show how counter-jihad activists in Austria, for example, remember Elizabeth Sabadush-Wolf, have been arrested, convicted on hate speech charges for merely criticizing radical Islam. Now, this show, Stackleback on Terror, airs in Great Britain on Revelation TV, and a big hello to all my friends there, and God bless you for having the courage to run this show. But it got me to thinking, would this show be legal in most European countries? Could I say what I say here in America, here on Stackleback on Terror, without being hauled off in handcuffs in Europe? So I figured, just to kind of test the waters a bit, and while I can still do it here in America, because that's not certain either, I wanted to deliver a commentary that would probably get me arrested in Europe. So here it goes. And this is all fact-based. It's not just a nonsensical, hateful rant. These are the facts. This is the way I see it. This is my commentary. No intellectually honest individual could say, or can say, that Islam is a religion of peace. And I say that for three reasons. Number one, Islam's core texts, the Quran, the Hadiths, are littered with calls to violence and hatred against Jews and Christians. Number two, the example of Islam's prophet Muhammad. Look, even Muslims will tell you, they will admit that yes, Muhammad was a warrior and Muhammad was a conqueror. Let's compare Muhammad and Jesus. I don't think so. Number three, Islam's history, both older and current, is one of, yes, jihad and conquest. So for those three reasons, no intellectually honest individual can say that Islam is a religion of peace. Now, yes, there are moderate Muslims, and God bless them. I've worked with them. I've worked with Muslims who oppose jihad, oppose Sharia. God bless them. They're brave. They're courageous. We need more of them. But while there are moderate Muslims, Islam itself is not moderate. The moderate Muslims I've worked with are more like, we call them in Christianity, the twice-a-year people. They're in church on Christmas and on Easter. The Muslims who are truly moderate, who I've worked with, do not follow Islam fundamentally to the T. If Islam is followed to the letter, the way Muhammad meant for it to be followed, if the Quran is followed fundamentally to the letter, there's no way you can be moderate. That's the way I see it. It would get me in a lot of trouble in Europe to say that, but I'm going to keep saying it here on Stackleback on Terror while I still can in America. Stay tuned.